Lancer Barracks and Museum are 50 metres from Parramatta railway station. Lancer Barracks is open for inspection almost every Sunday from 10 to 16 hours and on other days by appointment. When you arrive, you will see the gate is closed and locked. Simply approach the gate and a museum volunteer will give you access and take your modest entry fee. Lancer Barracks was originally constructed between 1818 and 1820 to house British regular soldiers acting to control a then convict population. Bob's Hall was originally finished in 1820 as the British Commanding Officer's office and quarters. The two-storey barrack block was also finished in 1820, used to house British soldiers The other building we have dating from 1820 is now the Sergeant's Mess. Originally it was a kitchen and dining area. When James Burns moved to then New South Wales Lancers regimental headquarters from Paddington to Parramatta in 1898, a number of extra buildings were constructed. This staff officer's house was built for the permanent officer. This staff sergeant's cottage was also built around 1898 to quarter the family of the permanent non-commissioned officer. In 1986 it was redeveloped to replace the circa 1935 officers. In 1900 a drill hall or classroom was constructed. It still serves its original purpose. As the unit was mounted, a wagon shed was built at the end of the drill hall. It now serves as an other ranks mess, the FJ Tattersall Club. At the edge of the parade ground, our regimental memorial commemorates those who lost their lives in the 3 wars that the regiment has been fully committed to, and those who lost their lives in training. The Lancers Museum building stood at 130 Macquarie Street, Parramatta from 1829 until 1963. It was built as a residence and served many purposes. In the 1930s it housed the Parramatta RSL. In 1963 it was owned by the AMP Society and surplus to their requirements. The AMP kindly had the building pulled down, the stones marked, mapped and delivered to Lancer Barracks. The building's stonework is original and in its original position, as is the fan light above the door. The roof slates were kindly donated by James Hardy. Outside the museum sits a bronze horse. It is a half-sized copy of the lead horse in the National Boer War Memorial, Canberra. It was donated by Colonel John Haynes, AM, OAM, retired, a former Lancer who chaired the committee that organised construction of the National Boer War Memorial. If we enter the museum and go left, you will find the display that covers the regiment from its formation in 1885 until 1914, including participation in the Boer War. Moving across the corridor, we enter the First World War room. This covers the regiment from the First World War through until the start of the Second World War. Heading upstairs, we go past the photographs of those who have commanded the regiment. At the top of the stairs, we see a display that marks the work that was done by those members of the regiment who fought in the Middle East as part of the 2nd Machine Gun Battalion. Moving on, we go to the display that commemorates the regiment's service during World War II. Finally, in the museum building, we go to the display that covers what the regiment has done since World War II. There have been Lancers in every conflict since World War II, and there have been actual Lancer units, or subunits, sent to Butterworth in Malaya and to the Solomon Islands. We now go outside and see the museum's vast vehicle collection.